I think it's really important to make sure your leadership team is filled with people who embrace data, people who are algorithmic thinkers. I've noticed increasingly as CMOs and chief people officers and others are being replaced, they're being replaced by people who I consider to be much more data aware. I encourage business leaders to learn about some of the technologies. I see more and more business leaders taking short courses in TensorFlow or learning how to write a conversational agent on Diagflow on Google or whatever. They're just trying it. And it doesn't mean they're going to be data scientists. It means they're going to understand when the data scientist comes in and says, I think if we take this local data and this social data and this other stuff, I think we can reduce our supply chain slack by 10%.
Right.
And the guy's going to go, you can't do that. We've never done that. Well, it could if you do. You need to understand what's possible now. Companies like Uber emerged by people who saw data for what it was as the core of their company. And I increasingly run into companies, whether they're car companies, a bank, insurance company, they said, oh, no, we're an information company. I'm like, no, you make cars. No, we're an information company. They happen to make cars, but it's the information that is going to create the most value. So really embrace the data, hug the zeros and ones, just recognize it for what it is. It's value. It's not something to be managed. It's not a cost. I have seen leaders really encouraging education, continuous learning for leaders. Very, very important. The other thing is to start to recognize that your CIO may or may not be ready for this. If they're not, you need to put in place chief data officers or chief analytics officers or chief digital officers, someone whose mission it is to unlock the value of the data of your enterprise, because they will wake up every day looking for value. If your CIO has already embraced that, then enable them. Manage them on cost as you are, but unlock them a little bit. Give them a chance to experiment to prove the value of data to your enterprise. Because frankly, if you don't, your competitors are already doing it. Right. And so the real danger here is being a laggard in a digital transformation. We did a study recently of 2,500 companies around the world, not just our customers, it was 2,500 companies. And consistently, those who were leading in the digital transformation were spending more than their peers. Well, that makes sense. They're leading, they spent more. They also plan to spend more 3 years and 5 years from now than everybody else, which means the gap between them and laggards is going to grow. And this is not something you quickly catch up. There's a lot of learning that goes into it, organizational learning, culture, all of that matters. And so getting started now, investing now, putting people in roles who's responsible to unlock data and insights. The first project they do may not be awesome, but they're waking up every day, finding the next one and the one after that, until they really begin to understand how to use the data of your business.